Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Umbras, and today we are back in Enthusia Professional Racing where we are driving the Hyundai Tiburon. This is a wonderful little sharky machine. It's a beautiful vehicle powered by a fairly powerful V6 engine that drives the front wheels. Very shapely body for the early 2000s. Honestly, I quite like the look of it. And I really want to try it out, give it some love around some of these tracks. And I think the first track we should do it on. Let's go a little bit Pacific. Let's get Pacific in our search as we go to Pacific Gateway. The San Franciscan streets are calling to this Korean machine, and let's see if we can answer. Got one level of engine upgrade, one level weight reduction, one level of tires. And this machine, absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Plenty of grunt off of the line. Very solid. Here we go, gonna hug it around the outside. This is the good stuff. Ah! Welcome for Shelby GT. Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Ah! 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 How you doing today? How do be you? Stupid notification. Nah, don't worry. This is literally the first lap of the first race that we've been doing. Did a little bit of an introduction and everything, but otherwise we're doing all right. But yeah, YouTube's been pretty dreadful with regards to its notifications, and all that stuff. Clicking the bell icon, but yeah. Thankfully, I do, I try to stay, mostly on time. This week I've been a little bit tardy, about like a minute or two and all that stuff. But otherwise, still trying to make sure like I'm streaming all the days I say I do and at the time I say I am and all that stuff. Just got home. Welcome, Adachi. Hope you had a safe trip home. I heard some of the states up north and everything like that have been getting some bit of a cold snap. I know a buddy of mine in the Toronto area as well, granted Canada, but still, a buddy of mine is dealing with some very cold weather recently, and I imagine that's probably affecting you a little bit as well. The Canada's a little bit more, Toronto's a little bit more eastward, but still, I've heard there's been some pretty serious weather that's been a little bit cold and wet. Okay, hi there. I see you. Yeah, just a little tippy tap there. That Mercedes is really pushing. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie get review. I saw that. It's cool that they're having the toy animatronics and all of that being featured. I wonder how they'll tie it into the lore, because they've already kind of changed quite a bit with the first movie and how they changed it and all of that. So it's gonna be a little bit interesting. Jeffrey, welcome. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Right now we're in a battle to hold on to second place in the Hyundai Tiburon at the Pacific Gateway. Getting this front-wheel drive coupe to stretch its legs a bit. Jasmine! Finally, YouTube lets me know in the next episode. Yeah, YouTube's been a little bit silly. A little bit of a silly Billy. But yeah, this Tiburon powered by a fairly large displacement for a Korean car. V6 engine, naturally aspirated, 200 some horsepower. Plenty of torque. And it shows as well, like it is really, like the handling's been great, the driving's been very solid. And this is only on like stage 1 upgrades all around. After this race, it'll get even quicker as it'll get lighter, grippier tires, and more powerful engine. Hopefully soon. Obviously, you won't be turning it into full, like race car and everything like that, but it'll get spicier. So I just came back from the hospital today because I had to send my back. Dang! Holy moly! Hopefully you recover well from the surgery. I know the struggle with recovering from surgery and everything, especially around like, you know, like the back and neck area and all that stuff. So do take care of yourself during the recovery period and everything. Make sure, you know, you keep through any surgical wounds clean, all of that. You follow the doctor's advice. You do not, absolutely, do not push yourself until you get the okay by a doctor. Mike is still in FNAF 2. Too bad Jimmy's not in a movie. Well, maybe. I mean, it's only one trailer. Maybe there's a chance that Jeremy does show up, but he has a bit of a lesser role. The fact that it's the FNAF 2 is happening after FNAF 1 instead of being a prequel does probably change it a little bit in terms of the story and everything. Yeah, no, I'm not the biggest fan of hospitals as well. Thankfully, no like medical malpractice or anything like that. Like all surgeons I've ever had have been good, and all surgeons my family had have been very, very good and all that stuff. And we've been blessed in that regards. But I still plenty of bad memories in hospital and everything. You know, going to see my dad after his, you know, cancer treatments. Having my own cancer treatments as well and everything. It's been a little bit crazy and all that stuff. So, not the biggest fan of hospitals. Although I will say there is a wonderful deli that is just down the road from the hospital where I got my surgery, and although they didn't recommend it, I did get a sandwich from there. Cause the sandwich was tasty. Oh, it was an Italian cold cut, very tasty. Unless you turn into a Senku Dr. Stone, though, you gotta go to the hospital to make sure you're okay. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's not fun, but it's necessary. I mean, both kind of have their issues, you know, like, girls get the boob squish, guys get the finger up the butt. With regards to, specifically gender-related, healthcare and all that stuff. So, you know, I can't imagine either of them are, particularly pleasant. Thankfully, I'm not quite at that age that I need, the prostate exam and all that stuff. But, you know, but I don't know, it is really a grass is greener situation. It is pretty much a grass is greener. One always thinks the other has it better because they don't have to deal with it themselves. And then as soon as they do, they're like, oh yeah, it's not particularly pleasant. I'm playing TF2 and there are bots everywhere. Yeah, I've heard there was in a major like bot surge and everything. That was really rough. You know, having such an online community get potentially ruined after so long by the you know, all that is very unfortunate. Also, how do I feel about the Mustang Black restaurant? It looks pretty good. You've gotten, I've noticed over the past couple weeks and everything you've been drawing, you've gotten really good at getting the proportions down and all of that stuff. That part is pretty solid. The proportions. The next thing is getting the even coloring, and then adding the highlights and shadows, and all of that stuff. That is probably gonna be the next thing, that like major thing to work on. But the proportions are definitely improved. The vehicles are looking, you know, better than when you first started and everything like that. Like it's very solid work. You're doing a really good job. But yeah, the next thing that really elevated would be the even shade, the even coloring, and then adding like the shadows and highlights and all that. I've played GT Online sometimes. I used to. I used to play, like, I used to kind of know life before I started streaming back in 2022. But it got into the point where, like, I had kind of done everything. Like, I had robbed El Rubio's so many times with Cayo Perico. I had, you know, done the Doomsday heist. I had done the regular heist. I had done all the different businesses and all that stuff. You know, like, I had hundreds of millions in the bank. The point where it was basically just, I was kind of just waiting on what new cars would be released and then to try them out and everything. But, like, I don't know, I kind of got bored with it a little bit. Like, if I could almost do, like, an inheritance type of thing, I'd give the millions, the hundreds of millions to some of my other friends that I know still do play the game. That way they can buy some of the fun toys and all that. Hit the bots on your team as always, so you just watch. Ah, nice. Yeah, my level was somewhere in the mid 700s when I stopped playing. Somewhere around there, like 750 to like 770, somewhere in that range. I can't remember exactly. It may have been in the 800s. I don't know. But it was somewhere around there. I more so grinded like the money than tried to grind the experience, and I did more of that. So sometimes the big money making things give you considerably less experience than, you know, some of the more PvP related stuff and all of that. I think the biggest thing that got me to stop playing GTA Online was the removal of so many of the vehicles from the online dealerships in order to turn it into like the FOMO of, oh, you better log on this week to see if your favorite car that you missed out on is gonna actually be in like one of like Simeon's dealership or elsewhere. Like, bruh, bugger off with that. That is so stupid. I hate when games do that. Like, let me play at my own pace, alright? You will actively drive me away. You will actively drive me away if, like, you do, like, too much of that FOMO shit. Level is 25. Okay, so just starting out. Not bad, not bad. Enough to get some of the fun toys, have a little bit of a bank account and everything. Kind of, you're beginning to learn the ropes and all that stuff. Still, good stuff. Oh, little bit of dirt there, dirt on the tires. All right, we should be able to win this through these German twists onto this high-speed highway section. The V6 sounds alright. It could definitely sound better though. Once we upgrade it again, we will really get to hear kind of how this vehicle should sound when it gets its performance upgraded. Right now it kind of sounds like your pretty standard V6 trumpets, kind of like your VQ engines and all of that stuff. So it's not quite as aggressive sounding as other vehicle types, but we still make it. It still can sound solid. It can still sound good, right? Soon later I'm gonna start learning drawing buildings like New York City and all that. Ah, two things you could potentially focus on to really improve your work is 1 and 2 point perspective drawings. That could be a good kind of introductory phase to kind of building landscape, to creating landscape drawings and all of that. That could be a solid idea. Oh, there we go. That's another victory, or another podium. This one is our first victory of the night. And we do get the vehicle leveled up. There we go, grippy boys. Extra grippy tires, I could use that. That is useful. All right, next one we gotta beat 350 points for the ranking. That's not too bad. We can definitely do that. Let's see what options we got. King of the Iceman Cup. Are you really? Okay. That's not quite. We don't quite have the capability for that. Let's race on a Norwich Life Get to really test out this vehicle as its handling has been improved. The Hyundai Tiburon. Yes, this shark. For those of you that don't know, Tiburon is Spanish. I think it's Spanish for shark. It's some language for shark. I believe it's Spanish. If I believe it hard enough, it means it's correct. But yes, this is wonderful little sports coupe. Ow. Alright. I got dive bombed by a minivan. It is okay. Good. Yeah, there's a couple of different cool words you can use for shark. Shark is cool in like any language. Like in Russian, it's akula is shark, which is pretty cool. Oop. Back again to the left. Whee! Oh my gosh, just sing. Like it's pretty sporty. Like it feels very nice to drive, very planted. It's got solid acceleration, good top speed. We get to really test the vehicle's top speed here as well. Getting to see just how quick we can get it to go down the final straight. Or the semi-final straight anyway, that long 1.4, I think 1.2 miles straight. Can really see what it can do. 6 gears, probably top out around 150 miles an hour if I would hazard a guess. Uh-oh, that's understeer. That's oversteer. We saved it though. Front wheel drive for the win. Hook it into an oversteer slide if you're starting to understeer a bit, and then go full throttle to pull out of the slide to yank it forwards. And it works. It works. There we go. Yeah, this thing, absolutely wonderful. Gorgeous little machine. Plenty of acceleration. I love the color of it as well, that deep ocean blue that we have set for it. Oh my gosh, uh-oh. Alright, incoming. We got an Evo. Oh, we got the yellow Evo. Not the yellow Evo from the GT2000, but it is still a yellow Evo. Right in our mirror. Right in our rear views. That is going to be a threat. A major threat to our first position. They caught us up very quickly. Alright, let's push. We need to absolutely lock in. There we go. Down a gear. Down another gear. I'm overdriving the car just a little bit. You see I'm understeering. I'm pushing wide. That's going to give the position to the Evo. Oh no! Oh, that was dreadful. Okay, that's fine. We can make up ground. We can make up ground. We can at least get a second place. I overdrove the car just a little bit there. Trying to go deep on the outside. And that resulted in the rear end absolutely coming around. Yeah, that would have been a race saver for us trying to fight for that position. Now let's get into the suck of this Saab here. The Swede versus the South Korean, both front-wheel drive sporty vehicles. Let's see who can drive quicker. One's a turbocharged inline 4, the other's a naturally aspirated V6. Both absolutely pushing each other. Both in a very similar shade of blue as well. I just realized that. That's pretty awesome. The Blue Brothers. Alright, get back into the suck. Back into the slipstream. Ooh, alright, they're pulling away a little bit. We're not within suck range. We are pretty far away from suck range. We gotta push just a little bit more. Down a gear. Into the corner. There we go. Much faster to the high-speed left-hander. Get back within suck range. We have the overspeed. There we go. Alongside. We got the inside heading into the hairpin. Keep it in second gear. There we go. There we go. Run out a little bit wide. Make sure we cut off there with our line now. Keep a defensive line heading into the carousel. We do not want to be dive bombed here. This section of the course is kind of single file. You're not really making any moves in the carousel. I mean, you probably could try, but it is not a corner I recommend making moves for because the inside line gives you so much more grip than trying to go around the outside. And trying to dive bomb there with such a sharp turn in, you are gonna ask for trouble there. Alright, now we got some high speed or mid speed corners now. Absolutely pushing this car to its limits. Yeah, this thing likes to get spicy. Loves to get spicy going around the corners. That off throttle rotation, very, very nice in that front wheel drive. Because then you can pull out of the slide with its throttle. A little too spicy though. I think I should dial that back just a click maybe. I don't know. I'm absolutely pushing this thing to its limits. That Saab does have some very solid performance figures. Having horsepower in the 250 horsepower range. Whereas the Hyundai is probably closer around like the 240, 230. Somewhere there. But the Hyundai might be a bit lighter, being a 2-door sports coupe instead of a 4-door sedan. So it may even out. If I can get it to little bit of understeer there. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt a lot when it comes time to see if we can get an upgrade for this vehicle. There we go. Just out of curiosity, for which OB GT, now that you've finished your Dark Horse, what's the next vehicle you intend to draw if you're looking for another vehicle? You going with another Mustang? Going with something else? Maybe a video game cover car of sorts. What options are you considering? Alright, here we go. There we go, another gear. I'm gonna choose. Ooh. You got some options. Want any recommendations as well? Alright, we have a solid gap to the Saab behind us. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, they are closing on us a little bit. They do have a top speed advantage over us. That turbocharged engine, absolutely pulling it along. 2007 Full Mustang Cardinale Jones. Ooh, okay. Best of luck on that one. So 2007, that's a Gen 5. A Gen 5 Mustang, I believe. Let me double check. Oh, yes. The one has the livery that's reminiscent of the Trans Am era of Mustangs. That bright orange with the round number plate on it. And the black stripes. Oh yeah, that's a good option. That's a good one. All right. Best of luck with drawing that one. You get to add a little bit of extra detail with the stripes and the extra decals and everything on it. And it is a gentrified Mustang, which you have previous practice and experience drawing before as well, so got a little bit of I got some choice there. All right, let's see what the next race we can do. I've got the Gold Rush anniversary here. Ooh, a bunch of front-wheel drive cars. We actually have a shot here. Heading back to Pacific Gateway for a 5-lap race around this California street circuit. This would be good. Seeing the palm trees lining the start-finish straight. The beautiful bright sky. Very, very warm, very Californian. Can maybe see if we can't open the sunroof on this thing. Get a little bit of fresh air in the car. Alright, there we go. Passing Nissan Z. This is good, we got plenty more grip than they do. And this should allow us to get a little bit more power as well down. Yeah, the Z's holding up the rest of the field a little bit. Good job, Z, you do that, buddy. Alright, I don't know what that blue one is there. It looks like one of the Alfa Romeos, maybe? I think it is. We'll have to see next time the timing split pops up. Okay. Hello, Understeer. It is one of the Alfa Romeos, the 147. Yep, a little bit of a butt bump there. That's gonna send us out just a little bit wide. Hi. I think you should back off just a wee bit there, Mr. Alfa Romeo. No, okay, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. We will make do. Now let's go down a gear. Another gear this way. Come on, big push, big push. Get some air time. A little bit more air time. We want to brake just before the 100-meter board. Down in the third gear. Clip the apex. Back on the throttle. Head out to the mobile one signs. And then we can full throttle this next turn, heading to the start-finish straight. Very wide exit. Carry as much speed as we can. There we go. 213. That's not a bad start. That Alpha is still right on the tail. So we gotta watch out for that. There we go. And then back to the left. Yeah, a little bit of an off track there. But that is alright. Whatever helps us shave off every 1/10 of a second. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this. We should, unless we make a major mistake somewhere. Unless we make a major mistake somewhere, we should be able to hold off that Alpha. I mean, first gear is basically useless in this car, even on some of the tighter hairpins. Or like first gear, we're just bouncing out the barrel emitter like crazy. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I wish first gear was a little bit longer. That we could actually use it in the racing, because second gear is a little bit longer out. And it does make it a little bit tricky to get through the tight sections in this vehicle. The mid and high speed stuff it's fine on, but like the tighter sections it struggles a bit. Like second gear goes to 50 miles an hour before you're shifting up into third. So it is a long boy. Then second, but then first, even in 30, it's like, nope. Like, damn, okay. Alright, there we go. 2:04, that's a much better time. Yeah, starting to extend the gap a little bit. Or in the Alpha behind us. They do gain quite a bit of time on some of the high speed sections though. They're being very, very quick. Like here, it'll probably be back down to just under a second at the end of this straight. Oh no, we pulled a gap on them. Never mind. We're actually a little bit quicker on that section. Still, they are close enough that they are still a threat. So we gotta be a little bit careful here. Come on. There we go. Back again to the left. Back again to the right. Alright, heading back on the uphill section. They have gained about a tenth on us. I mean, can you imagine what it'd be like to kind of look out your windows like this and seeing a whole bunch of sports cars and, you know, touring cars and everything just streaming past your house on, like, different types of races? Like, that would honestly be pretty cool. Like, not gonna lie, I have thought about it. Like, if I ever get, like, wealthy enough, I wouldn't mind moving to, like, maybe, like, St. Petersburg and getting, like, one of those apartment buildings that, like, overlook the street circuit. That way I can watch, like, the IndyCar race and everything. Like, that would be kind of fun, actually. So I imagine, though, those trackside windows, apartments probably go for a little bit of a premium, being, one, so close to the water, and two, being literally like alongside like a racetrack. I'd imagine the property values of those have got to be a little bit expensive. Still though, like that's gonna be awesome. Like imagine like waking up, getting some breakfast, some like a hot tea or coffee or whatever in the mornings, and like you know during the race weekend, getting to see you know high power twin turbo V6 open wheel cars just streaming past your house and getting to literally watch a race like from your balcony. Like that has got to be so cool. Like holy moly. That is very, very cool. Oh. Yeah, like literally 30 miles an hour. It's like bap, 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 bap. It does not like first gear. But second gear is a little bit too long. It does result in a little bit of understeer and those lower speed, lower RPM second gear corners. So just something I gotta cope with. Yeah, the Alpha is closed up a little bit. Into the tunnel. Back out into the sunshine. Oh, the understeer is just a wee bit. Little bit frustrating, but that's alright. Well, this thing will be more than enough to carry us to victory. Got one more lap and change. Absolutely ready. Bonk. Alright. Slight tap of the wall there. No major issues. Alright. One more lap. That one was a little bit of a slower lap. Yeah, you can see as well the Alpha. The Alpha did catch us up quite a bit. Now they're within a second. Gotta absolutely push now to win this race. There we go, extend that gap again. Well, it's as close as it's been in a little while though, but I think we should be able to hold off. I don't know, what do you think, chat? You think we can hold them off for the final lap of the race? As long as I don't make any silly mistakes, right? we would never do that, right, chat? Nanya, welcome. Hope you've been well. Right now, we're in a fierce battle. It is South Korea versus Italy. Both front-wheel drive monster machines. The Tiburon versus the 147. V6 versus inline 4. Unless that one may actually be V6 as well. I gotta remember. Either way, both that gorgeous deep blue color. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Big push now on the uphill. Caught an upper. Oh no. Shoot! My braking point! This is why you don't be silly with chat. Why did you do that, Isaac? Why did you do that, Isaac? But nah, hopefully you feel better with the upper respiratory infection. Make sure, you know, before you go to bed and everything. Nah, don't worry. That's on me. That's a skill issue on my part. That is a skill issue on my part. I absolutely choked there. But no, that's why you gotta make sure, you know, you get some, before you go to bed and everything, you do, like, you know, the hot shower. Make sure, like, all your sinuses and everything are clear. You know, try to minimize drainage as much as you can and all that stuff. If you need to, get some of that vapor rub to put on your chest before you go to sleep as well. That way you can get some rest. Lots of fluids, maybe a bit of exercise as well to help out. All that good stuff. But yeah, no, that is. So I am driving the Tiburon. Never mind. All right, yeah, bit of stream delay. Yeah, we're in the Tiburon right now. Wonderful little V6 machine, and this thing is just a cute little bean. My doctor got me a bunch of meds as well. Yeah, make sure you take those as well. Anything to help kind of manage some of the symptoms, that way you can get some more rest and allow your body to better fight that infection and everything. There we go, big push out of the line. Whole bunch of front-wheel drive cars now. So this is gonna be a little bit tricky. As all of these vehicles are pretty similar on pace. So even if we do pull out an early lead, it does mean that pack will potentially, if they do catch up, means I'll be defending not from one vehicle, but from pretty much everyone. Funny thing is, my first time seeing a Tiburon was in Enthusia Underground. Fun fact, my neighbor had back when I was in my childhood home, my neighbor had a first gen Tiburon, a 99 Tiburon. Yes, NFTs underground. Plus someone hasn't made NFTs of like all the different Need for Speed hero cars. Oh, that would be terrible. That would be absolutely terrible. There we go. Boop. First lap complete. Absolutely wonderful seeing the fall foliage with this dark blue Hyundai. But yeah, no, so the first time I saw it was the first gen with the 4-round headlights my neighbor had. It was in white as well. And that didn't look too bad. Like during the early 2000s, like when it wasn't like, nowadays it probably would be absolutely terrible because it would just be rusted out and everything. Those things struggled a lot with rust. But like now, you know, back then it didn't look too bad. But I still prefer the facelift version of the Tiburon. This version looks a lot better, looks a lot more refined and everything. Such a wonderful, wonderful machine. There we go, out of the hairpin. There we go, sector 2 complete. Into the S's. This is where we really push. Although it looks like second place is also broken away from the pack of the front-wheel drive machines. So they may be hunting us down now. Gonna be a tough race, but we can make it work. There we go, 126. Oh yeah, the Integra Type R, the DC5 Integra Type R. With its K20 series engine. Oh, at least with its K series engine. I'm not sure if this is 20. Maybe the K24. I can't remember. But the K series engine. Absolutely right on our tail. So we gotta push. We gotta push. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, this is working. This is working wonderfully. We just gotta keep making it happen. Oh, they are close. Yeah, they're gating. Okay, we gotta absolutely turn up the afterburners. Turn up the wick. Full send. Let's see what we can do in the Hyundai. There we go. New lap. New personal best for this race. Although that Honda is still catching that Teggy. It's gonna be right on our tail. Come on, we can make this happen. Down a gear, back to the left. Back again to the right, come on. Oh man. Oh, they're still closing in. I am absolutely pushing. And they are still getting just a little bit closer. There we go, they'll back off a little bit. Ever played GT2 A-Spec or GT4 Spec 2 in stream? I have not yet, no. I want to at least play through as many of the baseline Gran Turismos first. Before I do the A-Spec mod or Spec 2. But either way, both of them are super, super cool. I've been watching them add all kinds of new content, the new races and everything. So I am very excited for that. And I really want to see what all comes of them. The fact that people are modding these older Gran Turismo games just shows the love they have with the series. And, you know, trading, you know, vehicle packs and all of that. Spec 2 did amazing things with the car sounds. Yeah, I know. I heard some of that as well. Like, Adameister did some crazy stuff. Yeah, like, holy moly. Like, I have seen some of the videos, and I've seen other people playing it on their streams, other racing VTubers and everything, other friends of mine. So, it has been really good. Yeah, no, like the Steelcat has the double overhead cam flat plane V8, so it's gonna have a higher pitch rev. Oh my gosh, we may have actually held them off. 21, 22, 23, 24. There we go. Good stuff. Very consistent lap times as well throughout the course. We managed to, within a second, hold off the Teggy Type R. That's a good stuff. That is very good. There we go. That'll help us level up. There we go. Get them grippy boys. One more level to level up. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, the Type bar, holy moly. It had just so much power. It's just lightweight, the traction, the throttle response. Yeah, we beat them in displacement, but not many other places outside of that. Yeah, that and some of the Civic Type R's as well. Like the modern Civic Type R's, I've heard have had some absolutely killer handling capabilities. So, I want to see what they can do. Forget when I'm going the Mugen route. Ooh, get some of that. Maybe some spoon parts as well. Especially if you want to do any upgrades to like suspension and everything like that. That may be some options. Yeah, Mugen and spoon probably the two biggest things there. To get a little bit of extra performance out of the ride. Oh boy. Alright, come on. Yeah, this thing is a beast. I need to get myself. Yeah, Enthusia. Enthusia is such a great game. It's basically it's like a more kind of open-ended Gran Turismo 4. Yeah, the car list might not be quite as large, and the graphics may be a slight downgrade compared to Gran Turismo 4. But like everything else, it does very, very well. The vehicle handling is top-notch. The sound design is very, very good. Like, the track variety is very great. Like, where else can you do the car racing across the desert in a Hyundai Tiburon on a PS2 game? Another underrated game I would recommend to you as well, Nanya, would be Total Immersion Racing. That one is also really good. Simcade for the PlayStation 2. And it features some really cool, really obscure cars. Everything from like the Noble M600 or M12. I forget which one. You have the ABT DTM TT Quattro. You have, you know, the Cintura, as well as the VMAC in the GTS category. You have the Paynos LMP1, which, you know, the front engine LMP1, absolutely ridiculous. Just so many great vehicles, some deep cuts as well, and some really, really good tracks, because it has old Hockenheim, old Silverstone with the bridge section instead of the stadium section, older Monza with the, I guess the Audi TT DTM, the Audi powered by a Bimmer. Yes, but still, like, the fact that it has that in the game is really, really cool. Like, there is some really, really good vehicle choices in that game. And like I said, it has old Hockenheim, old Silverstone, old Monza without all the tarmac runoff. Like, really, really cool options. F6 Enthusiast have the best. It's got some solid graphics. I don't know if I was just driving an Inspector. Oh, the Quattro. Yes, the TT Quattro. All right, let's get the random number generator pulled up. All right, so let's see here. Display capture. If it is a 1, we'll be driving the R33. If it is a 2, we'll be driving the 22B Impreza. It is a 1. Not the Quattro, but I should. Oh yes, the Quattro is so cool sounding in the Spec 2 in the Spec 2 mod. I think it's in Spec 2, right? It's in one of the Gran Turismo mods. I forget which one. Like, I will say that the light reflections in this game are a little bit lacking compared to Gran Turismo. Like, the Midnight Purple Pearl here kind of looks a bit almost matte in color. Doesn't quite look nearly as good. I'm still gonna drive it in Midnight Purple because... I mean, Le Mans Quattro. Yes! Sorry, the Le Mans Quattro. What did I say? I can't remember. The TT Quattro. I think the TT Quattro? I'm not sure. I'm having a bit of a brain fart. Sorry about that. There we go. That should help it out. This thing, well, not quite as... The LMQ is the R8 concept car. Okay. Yes, that one. I may have gotten them both crossed up there. Bruh, Skyline versus a Renault. Not sure that would work too well. There we go. Those will give us a better run, a better feel for the vehicle. Whole bunch of high-powered four-wheel drives in these tight Japanese track. Yeah, Automotive has the coolest cel-shaded graphics as well. That is why it was one of the first games I ever streamed on this channel. Just a very, very fun game. Absolutely loved it. I'm liking Spec 2 a lot, but later GT games got me messed up. There's not enough tracks. I mean, GT6 has plenty of tracks, but yeah, there's still like a lot of tracks that could have made a serious return, just haven't, and it's kind of sad. Like having like Grindelwald or like Red Rock Valley make a return from their freaking almost 3-decade absence now would be super cool, especially in like the HD and everything. But 'tis what 'tis. Yeah, or like you're playing a comic book. It's just really, really cool. I like the look of it. The handling's a little bit jank in that one, but like the look of it is really, really good. Yeah, Grindelwald was great. One of my personal favorites. I mean, Iger is pretty solid as well. I might be a little bit in the minority, but I do quite like Iger as well. It feels really good if you're driving like the rally cars or like lightweight compact cars. Yeah, in the US we got the worst model of the handling. But hey, on the bright side, we did get a bunch of American cars. Everything from the Mustang to the Ford GT to the Viper to the Camaro and Corvette. So I mean, on that regards, you know, a little bit of a bonus. But yeah, it's like at the expense of worse off handling. Which is a little bit unfortunate. Holy moly. This feels wonderful. Yeah, the drift was a pain in the ass. Although I will say in four-wheel drive cars, the drift was much more manageable. Like your Skylines and Evos and all of that. But yeah. But yeah, modding automotive used to have the sim kit handling increase the speed of the AI cars and everything. Added more depth to the career mode. Like that would be all cool things that I'd love to see in like a fan mod of like automotive stuff. Because it was such a cool concept. Imagine Gran Turismo, but with vehicle customization and a cel-shaded graphic style. Like that would have been really, really cool to do. The fact that they had the engine swaps as well, so you can rotary swap the little Miatas was also really, really awesome. Yeah. Or if even front-wheel drive cars were okay on the hill climb section. They weren't terrible. I remember doing a decent amount in the old Civic, the 80s Civic, with the K20 swap. So that one was pretty alright. Oh, one of the swaps that was really, really fun though was getting the little Subaru 360 and swapping in the EJ engine from the Impreza. That thing turns into a mini monster that is literally trying to kill you every single turn. And even if you set all the gear ratios to like max top speed, it still is like maxing out at 110, 120 miles an hour. Funny you should mention the Roto Miata. There was one that ran in the GT300 and JGTC. I know! That's so cool as well. Isn't it included, or aren't they planning on including that one in the Gran Turismo 2 A-Spec mod? I could have sworn there was talks of adding that one into the mod, but I'm not sure if that's actually in there or not. I think so. I mean, it would be a solid fit. There's already a solid amount of GT300 cars in there. One more would add a little bit more variety. Plus, there's an entire like event series for GT300 cars as well, which is very, very nice. There we go. Boom. Very, very consistent lap times. 48, 49, 48, 48. Also, get around the tuning block and Automisa's engine swap. You had to auto-tune it. Yeah. Which is a little bit strange. But I mean, getting the extra power and everything like that helps out. Ooh, very, very good. This should get us probably about 2 upgrades. Or not, never mind, only 1 upgrade. Only 1 upgrade, that is fine. Ah, but the RB engine absolutely singing as you go around the track. I can't wait to see what this sounds like when it's upgraded. Oh, it is gonna sound so good. The Saint Germain Cup. Maybe. Oh, the Brune, or the Peugeot as well, the 405. Not the 405. What was the Peugeot that competed in Group C? P35. Oh, yes. The 905. Not the 905, the one that came before that. What was it? So there was one that came before that. Yeah, the WM Peugeot. Yeah, that one. Which one was that one? I can't find it. But yeah, that one. That's one for it. The P98. Sorry, the P88. Yeah, I think that was the one. That one would be cool to add if they haven't already. Just with the vehicle's ridiculous top speed. The fact that it was a reason for the Mulsanne getting the chicanes added and everything, or one of the reasons anyway, would be a really, really cool, you know, vehicle to add. I know they put in an old 905 in A-Spec. Yes! That'd be great. But also be great if they had, like, races that use more of, like, the Le Mans prototype cars. Like, that would be cool as well, getting to drive those in the game. Either, like, an additional endurance race. Or some other races. Like, that'd be cool. That'd be very, very cool. Just wish we got all the F1 engine cars in A-Spec. TS10, the P35, the 905B. Yes. That'd be pretty cool as well. Plus, then they could probably modify and then use sounds from the F1 cars they currently have in the game, but like modify them slightly to fit the Group C cars. Yes, that would have been so cool. Yeah, have them rev a little bit lower, slightly pitch them down like a click or two. Like, that would be pretty cool. Plus, it'd be great to have other like hill climb cars as well, like the Quattro and the 405 hill climb. The Pikes Peak versions of both of those vehicles would be cool additions. And would fit in with vehicles that are already in the game. And since Pikes Peak is literally only in Gran Turismo 2, like, it would make sense to add those two vehicles to the roster. Especially because those two are some of the bigger names in like the 80s Pikes Peak era. Oh, I'm trying to remember. It is a short on Pikes Peak, yeah, but like still, being able to race more different Pikes Peak cars on like a Pikes Peak section would still be awesome. As well as any of the other tracks as well. Flesh out the rally, time trials, and all of that. I think the only game that had the full Pikes Peak dirt track was in Dirt. There's an Assetto Corsa mod as well for it. But yeah, outside of that, I think that's pretty much it. Because like Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo only has the tarmac version. Dirt Rally, I believe, only has the tarmac version as well. And Gran Turismo's had kind of an exclusivity license. Oh. Yeah, I mean, the full tarmac version was in Dirt Rally. But I think the mixed condition one was in like one of the dirts as well. But yeah, getting the mixed condition one, that's gonna be a lot more tough. Because not only are you dealing with the licensing issues with Gran Turismo, but then you're also trying to get scans and pictures and everything of a track that no longer exists. Plus the fact that they changed it, like they paid little by little each year. They got rid of it for environmental. What? What do you mean by that? I thought it was more so for safety. Because the cars are getting faster and faster, and they were like, someone's gonna fly out this mountain at Mach Jesus on a dirt road. If we pave it, it may at least help people stop a little bit better. Welcome Midnight. Call 12? What is call 12? I clean out the dirt runoff, what is damaging the water. Ah. Yeah, I can kind of see that, especially if like there's an agricultural area nearby and everything. Or like a wildlife preserve and all of that stuff. He hit the game winner Miami. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, the dirt did keep the cars slower, but on the other hand, the traction was a lot more variable. You know, you could hit ruts, or the profile could change a lot more quickly when going up the dirt section of the mountain. About the fact that it's the later stage that immediately transitions to dirt, so you're getting used to the tarmac stage first. Tarmac, then you hit dirt. That's gotta cause all kinds of issues. I don't know, I still think Pikes Peak is plenty fun with the with it being fully paved. You're gonna see some absolutely ridiculous times. Like you're gonna see everything from like the IDR Volkswagen to the Peugeot, you know, 208, absolutely flying and everything. You can have a lot more aero and all of that, so you get to really see the performance of the vehicles. Quick question: the Pikes Peak was good and impressive. It was mid-engine. Yes. Oh, the Japanese Pikes Peak cars are so cool. Like the Pikes Peak Tacoma, the Pikes Peak Celica. Holy moly, those things were so gorgeous. What year was the Tacoma and the Celica? Because that would also be cool vehicles to add to Gran Turismo 2 a spec mod. Those would be some pretty cool vehicles to add. Yeah, they were built by the Millen family and everything. But like, you know, they were based off of like the Japanese cars and all that stuff. But either way, like they were still super cool. Especially in that Pennzoil livery on both of those. Like, holy nuts. Absolute nuts. Yeah, they're the same people that ran the MCGP DTP program. Granted, they had some level of collaboration with Toyota. Because, you know, you gotta think it was AAR. It was Dan Gurney that was managing that. Or one of the people that were, you know, a big player in that. Because Dan Gurney literally started the All-American Racers team. And Gurney had worked with Toyota for quite a while, even on production vehicles like the SW20 MR2. He had quite a bit of technical input on that car. So, you know, it was definitely a healthy mix of like the Japanese and American. Japanese base. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, there were, they did run like the USAC cars back in the 60s. They did run the USAC cars back in the 60s. and I think even into the 70s when they were still front-engined. And that was like a category for like the Pikes Peak Coastline. So there is at least historical context for running the IndyCar. Wanted to run like the IndyCar at Pikes Peak. But jeez, I'd be terrified to drive some of those vehicles on Pikes Peak. Like the sheer speed and capability of those vehicles. Like, yeah. That'd be crazy. The accurate prototype. Oh gosh. Yeah, that is scary. Holy moly, just the sheer speed those vehicles would reach. How low to the ground they'd be as well, going over all those bumps, scraping everywhere. The downforce they'd be producing. Jeez. Yeah, the HPD. Still, holy moly, that'd be crazy. Way too crazy. Yeah. And then I went back to the open cockpit prototypes in the 2000s. Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't know, I miss those open cockpit accurate prototypes. Those things were sexy. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the current accurate prototype as well. But, my word, the open cockpit prototypes, they had a vibe to them. I miss them so much. Yeah, the Honda Odyssey engine. The Honda Odyssey engine. It's crazy how that engine of all things became like one of the Honda powerhouse engines. The engine that was designed and built for like minivans and light trucks. Being used in freaking a prototype. Yeah, no closed cockpits after the ARX3. Still, like... I miss the open cockpit. I miss the open cockpit prototypes. Like, the bubble roof of the closed cockpit prototypes are nice, too. But just being able to see, like, go to races and see the driver literally, like, you know, looking out of the vehicle at you and everything, going around the corner and all that. Seeing them on the cooldown lap, literally, like, waving out of the car and everything. Like, it was just so cool. Jesus' engine was developed in the US with the luxury vehicles. Yeah, but it was also on the Odyssey as well. Which is why I kind of jokingly refer to it as like the minivan engine. Still though, I mean, it's a good engine. Like, it is a very good engine. It's just funny, like, you see someone going to like a junkyard for like a Honda Odyssey engine to put it in a Civic or whatever for drag racing, and you're like, huh, I wouldn't have expected that. Ironically, Honda best K series won't even engine in Japan. In terms of versatility and torque and all that stuff, yes. However, I'd argue their best engineered non-K series would be the F series that was used in the S2000. One of the few naturally aspirated engines to break the 100 horsepower per liter barrier. And it did it in the early 2000s. Like, that is impressive stuff from Honda with the F-Series engine. Like, that thing is gorgeous. And it sounds good, too. Yeah. Holy moly. Mario Kart World looks still. I mean, honestly, it looks really cool. It's seeing like a Mario Kart Forza Horizon almost. But yeah, $80 do be steep. I'm gonna wait to see what they do with that. I'm definitely gonna be a patient gamer with the Switch and with the Switch games, the Switch 2 games, because I'm not fully happy with Nintendo right about now. Alright, we got one more lap. Big push. Yeah, like that is freaking ridiculous. Over $500 for a console. Like, jeez. That is way too expensive. I'm holding off. I'm holding off. I am definitely holding off on watching that. And buying that. I mean, the system is more expensive than things like the PS5 or around that price range. Or something that's a little bit less powerful. Like that is a pretty steep price, especially when you compare it to the comparable like Steam Deck. Yeah, like that is very, very pricey. Yeah, the game prices as well are absolutely mind-boggling. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit. $80 is too much for a game. Sorry. No, I have not yet seen a game currently that is worth $80. There we go, level up. This should give us some power. Yes. A little bit of extra grunt in that RB engine. Alright, let's see what we can do next. Give us a speed. Duel on the edge. I'll pass on that one. The GTR race. We got the Hakosuke, we got the Ken Mary, the R32, the R33, the R34, and the R34 Nismo. We got literally one of each type of GTR in the game, in the lineup. That is cool, actually. That is for that alone, I'm doing this race because that is actually a really cool lineup. Normally they double up at least once. For GT7 Elijah sell parts, yeah. The number of carbon drive shafts I have for the Toyota Crown safety car is a little bit ridiculous. Oh, that's a bit wide. The Godzilla Brotherhood, yes. Give me some videos, trust me. I'm gonna go to my happy place. Listen to Nissan or listen to the V12 of the Nissan. Yes. Hey, I mean, here's the thing. Retro games will always exist. That's why you gotta fight for game preservation that way. If you need to, you can wait out the modern stuff if they get cheaper. Or to fail for game developers to learn their lesson. And publishers to learn the lesson. Whoop. Come on. Up the inside. There we go, there we go. The speed! The fact that we are absolutely taking it to the R34 Nismo is pretty impressive, all things considered. Like, holy moly, we are really able to get this thing sorted. Trying to finish up the GT7 weeklies. Any of them giving you troubles? I've already done mine. I think, do they reset tonight at midnight? Or midnight Eastern time, I think it is, right? I'm not sure what time, it would be like 11 p.m. for you. That way I can go back and do more weeklies and everything. Also, the time trial, the freaking chaparral on the Daytona Oval. Like, what was Polyphony smoking when they made that? Zool, welcome. How's it going? It's going pretty good. We just got done upgrading a Tiburon. Now we're in the R33 GTR. We got an R34 hounding us on the Nordschleife. And it has been a very, very fun battle. Absolutely duking it out. Absolutely duking it out. Just a big, big, big push. There we go, back to the left, down a gear. Oh my gosh, this thing feels so good to drive. Absolutely wonderful. There we go, another gear. Come on, big push, big push. Yes, oh my gosh, the power! The speed! Oh, this thing is absolutely wonderful. And I am loving it. There we go, get a little bit more speed. I can't wait to see what this thing can top out at. Alright, fifth gear is a little bit long. Oh gosh, understeer, understeer, understeer. Alright, we need to brake a little bit more for that corner there. Just as a heads up. But how have you been doing, Zul? Hope you've been well. Are you ready for the Laguna Seca race this Saturday? The multi-class shenaniganery that is going to happen there. I've been running numbers. The GT3 is going to lap the GT4s anywhere from 3 to 5 times during the race, depending on how the pit stop cycles go. So it is going to be a very, very, very cool race. I'm excited. I am nervous as well, though. Bathurst is already a little bit chaotic, and with the Laguna Sega's shorter lap times and quicker time to lap, it means it's going to be even more chaotic. So I am, on one hand, I'm looking forward to it because holy moly, it is going to be fun. On the other hand, I am very nervous. Like, I am running like mid upper like 122s, which is like D2 pace even at Laguna, which means Laguna is literally one of my faster tracks now in terms of like compared to like alien times and everything. I'm only about like 2% off the fastest of the fast. So that's not bad at all then for, you know, an average Joe like myself. But yeah, I am excited. But I am also nervous. Like I have basically done as much prep work as possible And now it's just a waiting game. You know, continue to practice to stay warm and fresh. Keep it fresh in my mind. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The Merc needs to ride again. The Merc needs to absolutely get another podium. Got a P3 at Bathurst. And I hope to get another podium at Laguna. Is someone other than Forza that bring the old high-speed Laguna layouts? Again, I think there actually is an ACC mod that has it. Like, if you can think it, there's probably an ACC mod for it. Might be worth taking a look at that, seeing, not ACC, regular Assetto Corsa, sorry. But yeah, no, having historic versions of tracks in racing games as well, especially like if you do like a period racer game, would be so cool. Getting to see like how the track used to be. Oh yeah, outside of mods would be a lot more difficult, given the fact that even like the old high-speed Laguna layouts, one, wasn't around for like super long, and two, it'd be very difficult to get the scans and everything. Mods, everything exists? Probably. I want my Assetto Corsa dating sim mod. Someone make it. I was there for Instant GT. Okay, never mind then. And I was there for a little bit. Here we go. Around the corner. Full send. Nyum. There we go. That is a race one. This R33 has been an absolute blast to drive. The speed, the handling of this thing has been so good. 180 at Laguna. Damn! That is way quick. Like, holy cow. So some of those older tracks, though, the older versions of tracks, they be scary. Like a friend of mine did a lap of Old Spa in 60s F1 cars today. He basically may have decapitated himself in-game. The downhill was there, no left hairpin. Yep. Oh, the corkscrew at those higher speeds as well would be terrifying. Ooh! The Supra versus Skyline at Toge battle. Yeah. Yeah. This is built for us. Come on. It's like we're playing Tokyo Shimmer's Drift all over again. Let's do it. Come on, get that forward drive acceleration. Like how prototypes and IndyCar still take the corkscrew. I know, it's such a cool track feature. That's why I absolutely love Laguna Seca, and I hope like it never. Whoa! What the hell was that dive bomb? Wish it was there to see the Suzuki LM race Laguna in '98. I know, I wasn't even born. Well, I was like 1 or 2 then. And it was, yeah, so I have no memory of that. But holy cow, like, seeing some of those older IMSA cars and everything racing at Laguna. I'm just glad I was old enough to watch and remember the Flying Lizard versus Corvette battles during like the early 2010s. You were 4, remember seeing on TV? Oh, lucky. That was so cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't quite remember a lot of like the 90s motorsports. I've been re-watching a lot of that stuff recently to kind of get caught up on that. And to just to watch some older stuff. Yeah, TV quality was absolute dog water. Like I just recently watched the 86 or 88, I forget which year. Budweiser shootout at the Glen for the NASCAR race. And holy moly, the track looks so different than it does today. So much less guardrails, so much less safer barriers and everything. The track looks like very bare bones. So much more forestry around the area as well. No bus stop chicane. Like, holy moly. It was just a very, very different time. A lot fewer grandstands as well. Like, you don't have the turn 10 and turn 11's grandstands like you have nowadays. It's just very strange to see the difference between like modern motorsport and like motorsport during like the 80s. Especially at tracks like you've been to quite a few times in your lifetime. Seeing the tracks like in the older state, you're like, whoa, holy moly, whoa, that is ridiculous. Seeing all like the cracks in the pavement and everything, you're like, dang, that was very, very different track than it is nowadays. Much less tarmac runoff. Lot more dirt and grass and everything. Jeez. Remember old Fuji? Yeah, before they even added the chicane in the 90s, the 80s version, that high-speed right-hander that just went on and on and on and on and on. Holy cow, and the speed you'd reach at the end of this straight. Oh my word, nut. Absolute nut. That being said, I don't dislike modern Fuji, with the caveat that I do hate the one chicane. I do hate the one chicane that's on the Grand Prix version of the circuit. But the version without the chicane is actually pretty nice. I do like that one. Oh, they have the Turbo Group C Cup. The speeds they reached as well, like holy moly. Although, rip the left side tires. Because that high speed left-hander where you're just constantly adding pressure, adding heat, leaning on it for such a long time. Like, holy moly, you better hope your tires didn't fail. Because there was like no runoff as well. Like, it was like maybe a car with the grass and then wall. Like, it was like nothing. Japanese sports product, yes. Or the super tight Taikyu endurance race as well. Like that's gonna be cool to watch nowadays. Though it's hard to get English broadcasts of a lot of Japanese races. Like I like to keep up with like the Super Formula stuff. But getting broadcasts in English in the States is very, very, very tough. Same with Super GT as well. Yeah, the unrestricted Group C cars. Japan was crazy during the 80s. Japan do be built different. Here we go, into the front paw of the kitty. And here we go, front paw of the kitty. Now heading up the front arm. Onto the belly rub. I think the English broadcast for Super Formula is paid under Motorsport TV. Ooh, okay, I'm about to take a look at that. Because I genuinely, like, Super Formula is basically like the Japanese version of IndyCar. 2 engine manufacturers and a spec chassis. You know, with the push-to-pass system as well. Like, honestly, if IndyCar ever wanted to do a Japan leg, doing like a double header with Super Formula would probably be like the way to do it. All kinds of cool open wheel vehicles, having teams kind of swap knowledge and like, you know, driver scouting and everything like that. Having like all kinds of open wheel fans, you know, flocking and all that. That'd be so cool. And if you want, as reciprocity, it had do like a double header for the Indy Grand Prix. Have Super Formula, the Japanese Super Formula cars, also race at the Indianapolis Grand Prix during like the early months of May and everything. Like that could be cool. Get it in front of a bunch of people and everything. Oh, Super Taikyo doesn't have the English broadcast. Big rip, because seeing like the kind of production modified and like the performance tuned vehicles in an endurance. Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah, Super Formula Indy has a lot of similarities. Well, Super Formula has higher super license points allocations, which is a little bit annoying as an American. But yeah, they got the RHS, they got the spec engines with 2 manufacturers. So IndyCar does have the ovals that Super Formula doesn't have, as well as street circuits. But still, would be really, really cool, you know, like to have Super Formula race in the States and IndyCar race in Japan again. Maybe Motegi or like Suzuka. Both of them would be pretty cool, like double headers. I don't mind the free YouTube broadcast as Butai does every race, and the commentators are chills. Yeah, I just wish I don't Nihongo, so I like being able to understand what the commentators are saying. San Francisco, San Fierro, Six Flags. What does SF mean? It means Super Formula. The Japanese premier open wheel racing series. Though those cars are cool as well. Yeah, I know. I like the races some of these broadcasts in English. Yeah, they have some of them. More so the Super GT race, because they had the Nissans racing there and everything. Oh yeah, no, I know it's a joke. It's kind of silly. Or it's like when people shorten AC, like, are you talking Assassin's Creed, Armored Core, Assetto Corsa, air conditioning? Asakoko? Like, what else? What else do you mean by AC? The AC Cobra? Oh, yeah, it's the C7 GT3. Absolute nuts. Absolute nut of a vehicle. Love that thing. The fact that we're getting currently a GT3 C8 and a GT3 C7 competing against each other as well is also really, really cool. Getting to see the front engine versus the mid-engine Corvettes, seeing how they battle. Oh, that would be so awesome. Alright, let's race on Speedyapolis Ring. Speedyapolis Ring. That got less and less coherent each time I said it. This will be a fun one, just a way to test this vehicle's acceleration and top speed. Oh yeah. This thing, you get to hear the turbo, the more aggressive turbo each time you shift. Or you get off of the throttle, the blow-off valve. Oh, yes. It sounds so good. This inline 6, absolutely. Just shredding through the corners. G.I. Joe? Oh, the Cobra joke. Ah, the rise of Cobra. I see. Project Gotham Racing 3 and 4 had some of the best turbos. I've not played those. I need to. Holy moly. I will say, for all the flack I will give the modern Need for Speed games as well, the sound design of those is also really, really good. Like the turbo blow-off sounds, even in like the older games like Most Wanted 2012, the cars sound really, really good. And like in, like especially Heat as well, with the modifiable exhaust sounds. And the different turbo types having different sounds as well. Like Heat really knocked the sound design out of the park. Like, they did a good job with that. Being able to kind of adjust your vehicle sounds exactly how you want it was just so cool. Especially with like the muscle cars, the classic muscle cars in Heat. Getting the engine more modified kind of adds a bit more of like the loopy camshaft sounds, like the when it's idling and everything. Like, oh my gosh, that was so cool as well. Yeah, like that is good sound design. That was such good sound design. I love it when games sound good. It really shows the devs care. Or at least the sound team cares. I will say that like in the modern Gran Turismo games, like Gran Turismo Sport and 7, have really improved on the vehicle sound effects as well. Like they've done very, very well in that regards, and in that front I am quite impressed. So, good GG to the Polyphony team for really making that making that work. PGR had the great engine sounds too, and I'm sad that there was no more. Yeah, I can imagine like. That is rough. Yeah, the late 2000s, maybe early 2010s. So when did Project Gotham, when did PGR 4 come out? That was like what, 2010, 2012, I think? It was like right before like Forza Horizon came out, I think. Well, not much later did Forza Horizon come out, that PGR 4 like was the last one. 2007. Jeez, I'm old. I am old. I am old. I am old. Old. What's Horizon was in 2012. Yeah, because I remember someone doing a playthrough of it. And like one of the DJs literally mentioned like the Mayan Doomsday like was coming up. And like that was what it would take for like Darius One to get beaten or something ridiculous like that. Which is pretty funny. All things considered now that it's 13 years old now. Well, almost 13 years old. Yeah, they made some good stuff. Or like Drive Club as well. I miss Drive Club. Drive Club was basically like Sony's Project Gotham Racing. And like, it's a bit of a shame that that one also never got the love that it deserved. Because graphically it was beautiful, the car sounds were great. The handling was very solid, kind of like SimK, slightly more arcade than SimK, but still Like, very kind of grounded. Very, very good stuff. So, it is a bit sad. A painted on Grand Valley Highway. Oh. I got a love-hate relationship with it. On one hand, graphically, it is genuinely gorgeous. The setting of closing down coastal roads to make a racetrack for like sports cars and classic cars and everything is genuinely really, really cool. On the other hand, the fact that they had to butcher Grand Valley Speedway in order to make a street course, which means it's very unlikely that Grand Valley Speedway ever comes back, is fucking abysmal. And I kind of hate that, because I quite liked Grand Valley Speedway. And I loved doing the endurance races on it. I loved racing like the GT500 cars, the prototypes, even like the open wheelers on that track. And the fact that that track is not good for those types of cars. Like, you do the Group 1 race on Grand Valley Highway, and it's abysmal because that track is not built for those types of cars. I know I'm ranting a little bit. It's built more so for like the slower sports cars and everything. Like maybe 600 pp or less. But like, no, it's terrible for prototypes. And the other thing is they changed Trial Mountain and Deep Forest to make them better for race cars by, you know, tiltifying them and sharpening some of the corners and everything, which reduces its flow for the slower speed cars. And then in turn, they take a track that was built for, you know, those high-speed race cars, and then they ruin that one by turning it into a road course that's too narrow to host those cars. And then you have that Mickey Mouse chicane just between the tunnels as well, and I don't like that part. Even the slower cars, I don't like that part. But it's a cool concept. The execution is pretty terrible. I do miss Red Rock. And especially Special Stage Route 11. Special Stage Route 11 is genuinely gorgeous. Another one that I miss, and I think they could probably move it into Gran Turismo 7 with the layout unmodified and just update the graphics of the surrounding area of the track, is Apricot Hill. Like, that would be a great, Group 2, Group 3, like, car racetrack that can host, like, endurance races, sprint races. It could do well with the they just need to update the graphics of like the surrounding area around the track, make it a bit more lively and everything. But like Apricot is such a good track. Like, I know. Oh yeah, we have the C1, like Tokyo Highway or Tokyo Expressway, and like that one is great for like your photos and like your, you know, your Wanga Midnight Fantasies. But it's kind of dreadful to actually race on. Like Special Stage or even Tokyo Route 246 would be a better track, I think. Oh, I miss Tokyo as well. Tokyo Route 246. That track where you could get some really good battles on. Which version of Special Stage Route 11 do I prefer? The Gran Turismo 3 version. I did not like the tunnel section in Gran Turismo 1. Especially with the hitbox dissonance on the chicane. Where, like, the hitbox is sending out past the barriers. So you could think you're in the clear for making a chicane, and you still clip the barriers of the chicane there. It kind of sours it a bit for me. I do prefer Special Stage Route 11 in Gran Turismo 3. The graphical improvements, I think it flows a little bit better as well. Like, it looks really, really nice. It's a challenge to drive. You can get a lot of back and forth in the hairpins with yourself and your rivals. Like, it is a really cool track. And it is a shame that it's been, MIA for over 20 years. Like that one, I'm a little bit sad to see it not there. Autumn Ring as well. Autumn Ring could be a really cool one. Especially with like the updated graphics, you know, improving the fall foliage and everything like that. That would be so cool, you know, seeing the leaves get brushed away as your car, you know, drives past, and seeing them kind of like whirling around and everything. Like that would have been like, mwah, delicious, real gourmet shit. Like holy moly. But yeah, that one probably won't return for a while. Ooh, 2 lightweight Japanese sports cars. All right, let's get the random number generator back up. Let's get the random number generator back up. If it is a 1, we're gonna be in the AW11. If it is a 2, we will be in the NB Miata. It is a 2. That means it is Miata time. Miata time. Oh yeah, I want Lotus back as well. Getting like the Esprits, the Elites, the Evoras, the like all of that. Yes, please. Yeah, Apricot Hill would be so good. I mean, the random number generator has decided, and the random number generator has decided Miata is always the answer. And who am I gonna argue with that at logic? Plus, it's the NB Miata. Like, it's such a cute little car. I love the little happy. I love the little happy little Miata. Cute little car. Look at that little smiling face. Love how the Esprit GT1 let a McLaren F1 into a car fire. Yeah, that sounds like Lotus reliability. That sounds like Lotus. But yeah, like getting the new Emira GT4 as well as a Group 4 car in like Gran Turismo 7 would be super cool. Kind of funny how GT Concept at Autumn Ring, but GT3 didn't. Well, didn't GT Concept come after Gran Turismo 3? Then we lost one of the 3 Lotus GT1s. RS. Jeez, fire! Fire has not been that fire has been the bane of that vehicle's existence. Holy moly! Yeah, I think Gran Turismo Concept came out in like 2002. So it makes sense that Autumn Ring would be after Gran Turismo 3. They probably had to get extra time to remodel it and everything that they didn't have with Gran Turismo 3. Although I missed the pod. The Toyota pod. Now this is pod racing. Yes. I like how it basically had like all the concept cars that would eventually appear in Gran Turismo 4 as well featured in there. Like that was really cool, seeing basically what was to come. Yeah, the fact that the tail wiggle when the car was happy is really cute. I believe the original version of GT Concept came out literally at the beginning of 2002. Yeah, probably not long after GT3. Maybe it was close to being complete, but they just didn't have time to get it in Gran Turismo 3. It's a rare Buick special version of GT2. No, I didn't. Well, can you go into more depth than that? Shit, NMS server. Yeah, I'll take a look at that after this stream. We'll do a couple more races in the Miata though. I'm having fun with this little car. Love the little sporty car here. It's driving like an absolute dream. Little naturally aspirated inline four, absolutely carrying it around the corners. Oh, I love racing the slow bean cars. And we go. It's for the launch of the Buick Rendezvous. Oh? That's pretty cool, actually. Wonder how much like one of those games is worth nowadays. Like the special Buick version of Gran Turismo 2. That's gotta be an interesting kind of like hidden or forgotten media rabbit hole to dive down. Here we go. Through the twisties. Absolutely flying through the tunnel section. This thing is very quick. In a very solid second place. The NSX just a little bit further ahead. But we make it work. What video showcase that came out yesterday-ish? Ooh. I have to look it up then. That's cool. That is very, very cool if there's someone already making some documentation on that. Wonder if there was any difference in the game, so it was just like a difference in the case. There we go. Come on, big push to the finish line. Almost there. Boom. Very solid, very consistent laps. Love this track, love this car. It fits perfectly on this track as well. The lightweight agility. The UI is green and the only car you can run is the Rendezvous. Bro, that sounds like a downgrade. Driving the Buick Rendezvous. Oh gosh. I mean, that's still a really cool feature though. But jeez, the rendezvous. The rendezvous. Jeez. I think we got time for maybe one more race. Yeah, we got time for one more race. Let's do a lap around the Nordschleife. Ooh, got a couple other two-door roadsters here. Some people said if you beat the lap time, you can drive the Pontiac Aztec concept. Oh, you good job. You've gotten good at driving the Rendezvous. You wanna know what the special surprise we got for you? The Pontiac Aztec. I'm gonna head out. You have a good night. All right, take care, Nunya. Have a great night. This will probably be the last race of the night as well. Get a little bit of, maybe a little bit more performance points with this vehicle to get it upgraded. We gotta make sure we drive it clean. Little Miata. Such a cute little bean car. Can't be the only one who uses the Super Formula cars in the Group 1 races. Believe it or not, the vehicle I use for the Group 1 races is the Mazda Vision Gran Turismo. That is the one I use. It's super good on the tires. And it's really good on fuel. But it's got some solid downforce as well, so you can really take it through the twistier tracks. Like Road Atlanta. Or like those ones. So no, Super Formula doesn't count as Group 1. But because the Group 1 races are limited not by the group but by performance point limits, the Super Formulas are just barely within the performance point range. Which is why you can also use the Red Bull X 2019 in the Group 1 races. Yeah, like of the Vision Gran Turismo Group 1 concept cars, the two that I like the most are the Hyundai and the Mazda. Those two look like they could actually be legitimate, like, racing prototypes, but still have that futuristic edge to them that I really, really like. Like, those two are really, really cool. I will say, though, of the prototypes, I actually kind of hate driving the Audis. All of the Audi prototypes, you can't see anything out of them in the cockpit view. Like, your right side sightline is just completely blocked. And your left side, you get like such a shallow angle as well. Like, it is rough. You literally can't even you can't even see the apex of some of the tighter corners. Like, it's kind of abysmal to drive. Like, it handles great, but like, it feels like you're literally driving with blinders on. Yeah, it looks really cool, but I hate the lack of sight lines in it. Like, it's literally like you just got like a massive blind spot on your right, and you're like, cool, guess I'm not gonna be making any tight right turns like at the top of Michelin Raceway. Big rip there. High speed and more open corners is fine with, but like, good luck hitting the apex on anything like sharper than like 70 degrees. Like, that is absolutely rough. There we go. A little bit more speed. Yoinks the handbrake at Le Mans. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, no. No, yoinky sploinky the handbrake. Oh well, what's this? Yoinks the handbrake while you're traveling at higher wave speeds? Oh gosh. No. Holy cow, this is actually doing quite well on into Witchlife. Wait, it's got 6 gears. Oh, sweet. That is really, really cool. The speed of this is, well, absolutely wonderful. I actually want to sport race at Branzini by drifting. What class of cars were you in? Were you in like road cars or what? I have not actually really touched sport in Gran Turismo 7. I've only done it in Gran Turismo Sport. Cause like I took one look and was like, oh, this is the exact same sport mode as in Gran Turismo Sport. Wow, okay. It's kind of disappointing. Ah, yeah, so the four-wheel drive. That one makes sense. That one makes sense. Oh, that is such a gorgeous machine. Yeah. To be fair, like, I had done a decent amount of sport in Gran Turismo Sports. So, like, seeing the exact same, like, I didn't want to deal with all the dive bombers and all the melons and stupid drivers again. I may eventually do grind out sport at least for the achievement, but it'll be a little while before I do that. Cause I gotta do what, 100 sport races? Oh gosh. Yeah, I need to grind that out sometime. I mean, if I could do like 4 or 5 a week, I can get it done in half a year. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. But I want to focus more so right now on fully completing the car collection, as well as completing the last of the master license tests. I've gotten up to the international A like master license tests. Wasn't a kilometer distance driven trophy for online races? No, distance driven is both online and offline. And I've already gotten that one. I am kind of scared though for what the S license, the master S license tests hold. Like, I'm already kind of, like, you know me, Zul, I'm a pretty competent driver in like Assetto Corsa Competizione and like all the other like games and everything. And like, I am struggling to get gold in some of the, like, the IA license tests, the master IA license tests. Like the Impreza at Tokyo Expressway for the City Street Challenge. Or the downhill, the Mount Panorama downhill and the Hakosuka Skyline. Or was it the Ken Mary Skyline? I forget which, but the old GTR Skyline was terrifying. What's the kilometer I had on lineups from the convoy? Oh, doing the convoys. The road trips and everything on like Tokyo Expressway or like Grand Valley. That is one thing I will give like the addition of Grand Valley Highway. Is it's kind of fun to do like road trip kind of inspired like driving and cruising lobbies. You can do that there, you can do it on the Tokyo Expressway, you can do it at like the Nürburgring Nordschleife as well. It's kind of like the big three. Maybe Sardegna as well, kind of. Or like Alsace. But yeah. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Across the line. Very nice. Oh man, this thing is absolutely wonderful. I love this car, man. It drives beautifully. It sounds great. I love my Miatas. It's just such a cute little bean car. There we go, and our ranking has increased as well. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, let's make sure we save the game. Because it is beginning to get a little bit late. And I need to get up early for work tomorrow morning, so that'll be fun. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching, I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what went wrong in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know what I'm so I can fix that in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, what a time it is for you, may it be a great time, and I will see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody. Bye bye!